The most important thing that sets Collegiate apart from any school in the area is that you are basically in the same school, knowing the same folks, teachers, support people, as you grow as a learner. You have to work really hard to fail at Collegiate because there are so many people or so many hands, so many teachers who are here to support kids.
One of the extraordinarily special things that make Lowell Collegiate a great place is that your child does not need an IEP to get extra help, and that was my experience in the public schools. That if your child was a C student, they were passing, they were average, and that's fine, that's okay. But that's not okay at Lowell Collegiate. At Lowell Collegiate, they don't want your child to just be average, they want your child to do the best that they can possibly do, and they are prepared to give you all the tools that you need.
I think about our mission statement, it really is about preparing them for lifelong learning. I do think learning never stops at Collegiate, but it's learning not just in the academic way, but learning about who they are as a human being and who they are as a community member, both locally and globally.
The academics here, it's very hard to challenge to find another place that is going to give you this in a public institution without paying $25,000, $30,000.
Collegiate under the umbrella of SABIS is really important. What I was drawn to as a school leader was the fact that it was highly structured. That idea of a student walking into the building and having the predictability of having points on what they're going to learn.
The points that we are looking at today.
But knowing that a teacher is going to teach something, have class practice, have individual practice, and then practice again and go over it within the cycle of a class is really important. That's something that kids know is going to happen. It's predictable, and it's also reflective in the curriculum that's reflected in our state testing.
The vision of the board has always been to provide an alternative for parents, to create a learning atmosphere that they feel most interested in having their child attend.
The Student Life Organization is known to be a very important part of SABIS schools. The great thing about SLO is that students can create their own clubs. If there's something that they want to see offered here that maybe they saw somewhere else, or they have a hobby that they feel other students would be interested in, they can bring that to SLO. I love being the Student Life Coordinator because you get to teach students things that they don't typically learn within the classroom. They're learning management skills, organizational skills, they're learning time management, they're learning public speaking, all of these important things that tie into when it's time for them to apply to college. So usually when I want to tell a student that they should definitely join SLO, or maybe they're not sure of what SLO is and what it does, it's not just about joining an organization to help better themselves, they're bettering the school as a whole.
My favorite thing about going to school in Collegiate is the SLO system because it really lets students have a voice.
As much as the academics are a huge part of this, you also have that piece of children playing sports and being involved in the community.
The sports that are offered at Collegiate are basketball, competitive cheer, soccer, track and field, and cross country. We are part of the Massachusetts Charter School Athletic Organization and the MIA. Athletics are also offered in the middle school through EA.
I just can't wait to fill that building with the sounds of high school excitement. I think it's a rite of passage in terms of their own independence and becoming young adults.
If in high school either one of my children winds up having some difficulties, I know that support network is there to make sure that they will understand the concepts that they need in order to move on to the next level.
I've always thought we were more ahead with academics because my friends from other schools, I'll tell them what I'm working on and they're working on something that I did a year or two ago.
The academic structure of the high school is very important to me. I want to make sure that my children are going to have access to the tools they need to be admitted to college and to be admitted hopefully with scholarships and good financial aid. I'm very excited that we're going to be offering APs, which are super critical to students. And we're also hopefully going to be doing dual enrollment, which is incredibly exciting because those college credits will go anywhere and will give students just another level of preparedness to get to where they want to be.
The name of the school is Collegiate. I think that tells it all, to be honest with you. If I were a parent looking around Lowell, I would see that word collegiate, and that would make me say, okay, this is going to be a nice, rigorous, good program.
When you walk into the foyer of our school, every student's birthplace is represented there, or their ethnic background. Students come in as collegiate students, but they're also individually celebrated around who they are.